everybody.
Good
Oh,
evening.
hi. Oh, good evening.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Yes. Amber, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody, to a very special episode of Knights of Prospect. It's very special in that it's hardly an episode of Knights of Prospect at all. Today, weren't those countdown graphics amazing? I've never been more excited to watch bears do stuff. Which is why we're all here today. Today is the one day a year our wonderful game master John Serpico is let out of the box we keep him in to GM for us every single week. And it's me, Sam, the guy who usually plays Chauncey, doing it instead. So you know it's gonna be something. Today we're doing a wonderful one-shot called Honey Heist, written by Grant Howitt, very cool writer of RPGs, writes so many one-page RPGs. You can check out a lot of his stuff completely for free, including this online. I'm so glad it's really vibing for everybody right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. This is going to be a very, very silly time filled with bears. Honey Heist is a game where everybody's a bear, and gosh, they want to get that honey. They're trying so hard to steal honey. And that's essentially the entire game. We'll go around, introduce yourselves as performers. I'll talk a little bit more. And then we'll get right into things. How's it going, Bridget?
Hello, I'm Bridget. Bridget Copes. I'm quite happy to be here. I am a very big fan of Knights of Prospect, and occasional guest player as Radish for those who've, caught a lot of episodes.
Incredible. Who are you playing today, Bridget?
Tonight I will be playing Baron Barracuda, who is a thief and a lover, and maybe he's retired, but maybe he's not.
The mysteries abound. Maybe I have to go to work tomorrow. Maybe I'll never work again.
He never settles down in work or love.
He certainly would not. Who you playing with?
Hi, I'm Whitney. Normally I play Hazel on Knights of Prospect. Today I'm playing Amber, and she's a sun bear. Loves a party. And she's a little bit unhinged. So she's sort of the wild card of the group, you could say. And she's the face.
The face of the group. Amazing.
The face of the unhinged face.
Every group needs exactly one of those.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
High charisma, completely crazy.
I forgot to mention for Baron Barracuda that I am in fact a polar bear.
Very important information.
Seems vital. And I left it out.
Oh my gosh.
I assume everyone
was
knows
so
me.
confused for a second.
What kind?
I am Samantha, and I typically play Winnie in Knights of Prospect, but tonight I am playing Chestnut, the tinkering black bear. I am a hacker. I am great at making things that aren't supposed to do the thing that it ends up doing.
if anyone at home didn't understand, that's very complex hacker terminology.
Yes. Indeed.
Wonderful. Hi, Marissa.
Hi, I'm Marissa, and I'm playing Shelby. Shelby is a Southern debutante, and she got sick and tired of the polite society, and she decided to use chestnuts to turn her into, yes, a honey badger. So she could brace her animalistic carnivorous appetite It's me, Shelby.
Of course, and of course, we all knew from the accent that you were a honey badger, but I appreciate you sharing it. Wonderful. Those are all our fantastic players. I'm GM Sam. I'll be the rest of the stuff. Really, really great. We're going now to start with all of our wonderful bears. Where if you may move your mind's eye above the map of our wonderful world where we live in Knights of Prospect, let's move down into that world. Move past the wonderful, beautiful spirals of Tower Town. Perhaps Chauncey is down by the tower, ruining someone's day. Phil is there, telling everybody how many arrows she can put on perfect targets, which is all of them. Zooming around the world, we cross the ocean and then return back to the land. And then we go through a portal past the Fae, deep into the woods of the Fae. Deeper and deeper, we pass the beautiful oak trees, the glowing bushes that sparkle in the moonlight. Deeper underground, popping back up to above ground because there's nothing under there. And further in we go, so deep through so many dimensional rifts that we arrive at a region yet unknown within the Fae, known to many as the non-canon. So deep we go into the non-canon. So deep that perhaps the things that happen today have no bearing whatsoever on other events that might happen in this world. Wow. There we go. And we're actually moving all the way in. I know we all want to know everything that's in the non-canon, but it doesn't exist yet. So we're going to go down and we're going to go to the hideout, the meeting spot of our lovely four bears. Four bears, what kind of spot are we in? What do we see around us? You're all sitting around here talking, yeah?
Yeah, we see a giant oak table. I mean, just pristinely clean. And on top of it is all kinds of papers and maps.
We see Chestnut has pulled in a number of garbage cans that she's been slowly accumulating, filled with all sorts of vital tools and objects.
Well, we're in a large tree, cavernous tree, and hanging on all of the walls are portraits of each of us and our friends. No one else wanted to have them made, but I insisted, and they listened.
And right now I'm digging through our big trunk of disguises. So just pulling out whatever wigs, eye patches, accessories we might be needing.
Wow. Everyone's getting so prepared. This heist is essentially planned. You've all been working together, knowing each other for some time. You're about ready to go, I think. Of course, the heist being planned today, very, very important. Now, today is a very special day, deep in the woods of the non-canon. On today, we have huge, grand opening sales. We have the Fae version of Best Buy with everything 75% off. We have sprawling food courts, large as the eye can see. Buy one, get one free, lo mein, pad thai. Hamburgers. Of course, today is the grand opening of the Deep Fae Wild Mall, where our bears will be infiltrating in order to obtain their prize. And Bears, I believe you're about to discuss a little bit more about that prize.
I don't understand why we just don't go in and take it. I mean, it's just right there for the picking.
This is too valuable. This isn't any pot of honey. This is the golden honey.
Mm-hmm.
A pot like this only gets made once every 17 years.
Mm-hmm. If we get that pot, why, the golden pot of honey is infinite. It will never be drained. Never. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Somebody stop
And
Baron
going.
before he gets on a
And
loop.
going.
I like
Oh,
it.
is it over? No, it's going still.
Is it still going?
It's still going.
Hey, what's
So-
going on? Hey, Bears. I'm sorry, Baron. Were you going off on one of your things again?
Oh, yes, I was just talking about the infinite golden pot of honey and how it just keeps going and going and going and
I'm going to reach over and just grab the
going
barracuda's
and
mouth and
going
shoop.
and going.
What were you saying, hon?
I was just coming by. I got some of the some of the goods that were requested. Chestnut, I really appreciate that favor you did me with my home security system. So I brought a couple. I got a couple of little pots of honey for everybody. I know it's a big day, right? Everyone's talking about it, no matter who you are, from the fastest flying pixie to Queen Titania herself. We are excited about this mall, and I just want everybody to be able to celebrate however they do. Everybody gets one little pot of honey.
Perfect. Thank you, Larry.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes.
Larry,
What,
you're
you
the
all?
best.
Wait, hold on. Everybody remembers my name?
Not everybody.
Oh,
See you later, hon.
Shelby.
Would you like
I-
a title on your way out?
I-
You're a duke now. Be a duke.
okay, Duke
I stole
Larry.
it for you.
All right, rolling out. Enjoy the honey. Thanks again, Chestnut.
All right. So, we all know what the trickiest part of this whole heist will be.
The army of mall cops.
The army of mall cops. They are very, very well trained to protect this honey. They even have gadgets. So many gadgets. Gadgets they can use to talk to each other quickly. Gadgets they can use to zap you so that you fall to the ground.
I've heard that they don't even have to walk to move. They have gadgets that'll just move them around the whole mall while they just
Wow.
stand there.
I heard that they recently got new uniforms, and now that they all match, they have more morale, which just makes them harder to fight.
When I was a debutante, my mother tried to set me up with one.
No.
I heard they have aspirations to be something greater.
Well,
Well, that makes them more sympathetic, if I'm honest, but I'll try to ignore that feeling in myself.
Baron, I swear if you propose to one of these mall cops today, I'm going to be so mad.
I can't help myself sometimes. There's nothing to stop a good proposal. Love will do what it wants.
Love.
We're looking down at the schematics you have on the table. You see, you have a good idea of where the honey is, the everlasting honey that you're seeking. Where is that in the mall?
Well, it's inside the piano where they do student recitals on occasion.
Yeah,
It's
and
just it's right out there in the open, which makes
Honey
things a
is
little
a
bit more
very-
difficult.
Honey is a very resonant material.
It makes the song sound sweeter.
Mhm.
yes, and if we're all honest, all the mall cops have children that play those recitals, so they often put it there so they can keep watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so twist. My dad's the mall cop general.
Your dad's
I'm not a mall cop. Okay.
Your dad's a human?
I mean, I'm adopted.
Amber.
I
had no idea.
I know.
Amber, are you gonna be okay if I maul your mall cop?
My dad is the king of conformists. I don't want anything to do with him or anything to do with his legacy. That's all I'm saying.
Amber, what's his greatest weakness?
Conformity.
Oh, right. Of course.
I'm really into non-conformity right now.
Well,
Good to know.
I've made everyone a very special gadget. I found a magic scroll out in the Feywilds. I cut it up into 4 pieces, and if you write a small message on this scroll, it will appear on every single person's scroll, so we can communicate from a distance if need be.
That's freaking sick.
Yes, you're brilliant, Chestnut.
Frickin' sick indeed. And with that, we've finished. All these wonderful thieving bears have finished reviewing their plans. They've been bestowed this incredible communication device by Chestnut. Their good friend Larry has given them each some honey to use at their discretion. And bam! What? Now we're at the mall! Incredible how time works in the Feywild. You 4 arrive at the mall. Oh my gosh. It's frankly one of the largest spectacles you've ever seen. Amber, you've seen quite some amazing feats in high society. What's the biggest, most splendid thing you've ever seen?
Well, at Jackson Purdue's most recent gender reveal party, there were fireworks that just set the entire desert ablaze.
Yeah, that is nothing compared to what's in front of you right now. It looks like the whole mall is on fire. Oh, but it's not. You see these beautiful rainbow flames coming from the outside of this huge rectangular obsidian structure, blazing. You feel no heat, and yet the flames rise and swirl into smoke that shows, it spells out above it, of course, the name of our mall, the Mall of the Americas. The, of course, family that started this mall. Shout out to Splortub. You see that displayed above the mall. The closer you get, the more the flames subside. It's still a beautiful structure. A line of pillars leading up to the front door. 2 large golden sliding glass doors adorn the front. And just right in front of there, there's someone who they look very, very festive. A large purple top hat, what looks like streamers just like hanging from various parts of their costume. It's a purple suit that flows out and turns into a beautiful silk flowing dress that billows in the wind. They have a beautiful, the most perfectly shaped goatee that you have ever seen. It looks like it could cut through granite. And they're standing in front of the mall, and they're going, coupons for the mall. Come into the Mall of the America.
I want to destroy them from the inside out.
They continue to shout, not knowing your inner thoughts.
Those weren't my inner thoughts.
Oh, what? What? Did someone say something about getting inside of the mall or out of the mall? Was that? Did I hear something?
I'm gonna pop on. Sorry, Hazel, real quick. I'm gonna pop on my my like soccer mom, very suburban, stay-at-home mom wig. It's got the bob in the front and the spikes in the back.
Right.
And I'm just gonna go talk to this person about coupons and how I can get into this mall.
Great. They're standing there. Oh, coupon! Oh, hello! Welcome to the Mall of the Americas!
Oh gosh, hey there, how you doing?
Wonderful! Would you like a coupon?
I love a coupon. Thank you so much.
Where would you like a coupon to? I have a book full. Coupons for sneakers. Coupons for mustaches.
Oh, I've always wanted a mustache. I'll take one of those. And how? Also, are there gonna be any let's see, piano recitals?
No coupons for piano recitals, but I have heard tell of a free recital later on today.
Oh, gosh.
Here in the Mall of the Americas!
Oh, a free recital, you say?
That's right. All of the best and youngest students from our finest piano instructor.
Would you say these songs sound sweet?
Yes. I like music, and so I think the answer is yes.
Well, that sure sounds great.
Did you want a coupon or?
I'll take all the coupons.
All of the coupons? Ah, my burden is lifted. The curse is no more. The book is yours. They disappear into a puff of black smoke. Their clothes fall to the floor in front of you. They join the swirls that say the Mall of the Americas hanging above the mall.
All right. So I got some information about a recital, but I also think I might be cursed now as I take off my soccer mom wig and tuck it into my satchel.
Can I see that? The book you got?
Oh, yeah, sure. It's really heavy. Curses weigh a lot.
It's a hacker's dream. He could really hack some good sales with this one. Cursed, you say? I start cutting out coupons quickly.
Awesome. Yeah, they come out of the book.
All right. I give some coupons to everyone.
I'm going to immediately drop them on the floor. I just don't know why you follow through with these coupons.
When you drop it on the floor, it appears back in your hand. Chestnut, as you're handing them out, you feel a weight being lifted from you.
Oh, take it back, Mama. Take it
I
back.
start to tear out chunks of coupons and I throw them at passerbys.
Sure, yeah. There's a very, very small individual, tiny wings fluttering by, swoops around, tries to grab some. Chestnut, let's have our first roll. This is a somewhat nefarious act. You're handing out a curse so that you can enter a place and steal something. Go ahead and roll 1d6. You're rolling for criminal right now.
Great. 2.
2. Fantastic. That's right. Everybody's happy to accept your coupons. They look at you and they're, oh yeah, what are you wearing again, Chestnut? You're disguised.
Yes, I am disguised. I am wearing a hat with a feather.
Yes, you're wearing a hat with a feather. And everyone passing by, the kind of pixie-type figure zipping by goes, oh, I could definitely trust you! Grabs a bunch of coupons out of some of your hands, some from the air. There are some folks that are riding around on little rainbow-colored turtles that are passing by on their way to the mall. They grab some coupons, and the coupons are dispersed. As soon as they're dispersed, Chestnut, you feel light, you feel airy, and the doors to the mall begin to open before you.
I eat one last coupon. Because that's what's necessary for this situation.
How does it taste?
It tastes like paper. Amber, how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Cursed? Not cursed? Less
cursed? I mean, it's like a 50-50. The last time I got cursed, I didn't even know until like the next morning. You know what I mean?
Okay. I hope that my very purposeful and thoughtful efforts to dispel this curse have worked.
We'll find out.
You feel light. You feel like a burden has been lifted from you. Swirls of the remaining coupons. Little parts that rip off from the paper as you tear out things swirl up into the smoke that says Mall of the Americas. The one you ate comes out your nostrils and swirls up there. And the doors continue to open.
If anyone tries to offer me any more coupons, they're getting slaughtered.
One of the people riding one of the little rainbow-colored turtles looks up at you for a second, and then what's your disguise again, Shelby?
It is
it's that one little thing you're wearing, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a coat, like a single, like a coat on top of like a what do you call those? Blazer. Yeah.
Yeah. They look at you for a second. They make direct eye contact as you say this vicious statement, and then they look at your blazer and you hear them say out loud to themselves, "Well, they definitely have to be safe and fine and should be able to come into the mall." They look at your blazer. Yeah, give me a roll. You're roaring at them. Just roll one die for me, please, and tell me what you get.
All right, that's a 3.
That's a 3. Yep, you scare them. They go away. they go, onward, Johnson. And their turtle moves a little faster and goes to the mall doors. They're just totally open now, golden, shining, and open. In fact, you feel a fairly stiff breeze pushing you forwards.
I'm going to stride purposefully forward, of course.
Same.
Well, that's odd. There's a moat inside this mall. They generally put those outside.
It's incredible. Why don't you tell us about this moat, Baron?
Well, of course, yes. So this moat, it's inside. Looks like it's probably going around the entire sort of outer mall, but inside, and it's swirling purple waters, and there seem to be lots of fishes in there, which is lovely. I might have to go for a dip. Yeah, there are also bridges that one can take across, of course, if you'd like. But who knows if those are stable? There's probably some sort of shenanigans that happens if you try to cross them.
They're very well.
There goes Baron. So graceful.
Baron, you dove headfirst into the waters.
I'm just going to explore to see if perhaps there's any sort of trap doors or tunnels or anything down here in the moat water that might be useful for our plan.
Amazing. This is a sort of criminal act. And of course, being a polar bear, you're an incredibly efficient swimmer. So roll 2 dice and tell me the lowest number you get.
4.
That's the lowest number you got?
That is the lowest number that I received from the dice.
Thank you, Baron. Always a pleasure. You do find something that seems helpful under one of the bridges. There looks like a little hatch where you twist. You keep turning it like a submarine. It looks fairly easy to move. It looks like you certainly are capable of doing so. But as you dive into the waters, you feel a sensation coming over. You feel very giggly, like little tickles going on while you're in this water.
Is the fish? Are the fish tickling them?
Some
Don't
of the
tickle
fish.
Me.
As you look around at the fish, some of them have little feathers, and they have just started going like this.
Stop it! Stop it!
You dived into our moat. We have a bridge. Are you barking at us?
I don't know how you speak, but it sounds like it's working, so I thought maybe I'd bark at you because it's just what happened, okay? Stop tickling me!
Why are you opening our hatch? We are the fish of the moat of the Mall of the Americas. We take our duties very seriously. We must tickle anyone who enters the moat.
Let me pass, or I will eat you all.
Oh, you don't want to eat us.
Why? Will you curse me?
No, we're having fun tickling. Whee!
I'm being tickled.
Uh-oh. The Baron's super ticklish, and now he's screaming about being tickled.
I'm also going to dive in there.
roll 1d6. You're not a polar bear.
3.
3. The fish don't tickle you. They
They like me better.
They love tickling the Baron so much. They haven't tickled someone with these weird fish feathers of this high society in quite some time. You're able to swim about as you like, Shelby.
Shelby, open the hatch. Do you want to open the hatch? I can't open the hatch.
I'm kind of feeling a little bit jealous. And then I'm gonna get real mad. Yeah, and I'm gonna eat one of the fish.
Oh wow! You go to grab one of the fish and devour it. Roll 2d6 because the heart of you is carnage.
Shelby.
Oh, let's see.
This is for Bear. This is for Bear.
Lowest was 2.
Hey, you sure do eat a fish. You grab it. I don't know. It's folks at home. This is like when you see a bear eating a fish. It works very well and it's very simple. The fish is now inside of Shelby's stomach to be digested.
As I'm mauling it, I'm gonna say, "Tickle me."
Okay.
Shelby,
this is continued carnage. Roll 2 more dice. We're going to see if you scare the fish away successfully or whether you successfully scare them into tickling you.
The lowest I got was 5.
Oh, Shelby, I'm sorry to say that the fish, having seen one of them getting eaten, they go, "Ah, what? Oh no, we can't tickle you. You're going to eat us all." And they disperse. Baron Barracuda, you're no longer being tickled, but unfortunately, Shelby, that jealousy will live in your heart.
Oh.
Everything is going exactly as planned, by the way.
Chestnut and Amber are just like standing next to the moat saying that.
This is great.
Precisely as we planned. I am so glad that we drew all of those diagrams of the moat waterways underneath the Mall of America.
Flashback. We are flashing back to when you drew these moats. In fact, you knew that there was some kind of hatch. That's how you knew to look for it, Baron. And now we're going back to when you're in your hideout and you are all kind of deciphering, looking at the schematics, seeing where this hatch goes.
I think that feathers are going to be key to this plan, so I will lure all of the fish to tickle me, and then I will use my sleight of paw to steal as many feathers as possible from the fishes.
Brilliant, Baron. Brilliant. I think after that, you'll have access to a hatch, which will give you underground access to where the mall cops take their break. If we can dispatch as many mall cops as possible underground, we can go anywhere.
Flawless plan. Flawless.
Chestnut, just for me, can you repeat the last line you said, please?
Yes, absolutely. If we can dispatch of all of the mall cops that are underground the mall, then we can go anywhere quickly.
Mhm.
Amazing.
I crafted myself a device to support me in swimming once you all opened the trap door. And Amber, I've made a device for you as well. Shelby, I'm going to assume that you will jump into the water and consume as many fish as physically possible once we get there. So I'm not making you a device because I think you can get through it on your own.
I think I can get them to tickle me. I think I can. I think that could be part of the plan.
You will try your best.
Larry is eating at a table next to you all. He goes, good luck, Shelby. I believe in you.
All right, so this is the device. It's I made it from the skeleton of a fish and a gemstone, an emerald gemstone. And if you wear it like a necklace, then you can breathe underwater for 30 seconds. We have to be quick.
What an incredibly important time to roll some dice. We're already back. We are Baron and Shelby are under the water at the hatch. You two are standing next to the moat. And Chestnut, go ahead and roll 2 dice for me. You are hacking in a criminal way to try to make these bears be able to breathe under the water.
Do I move a point into criminal from that flashback?
We're okay on that right now.
Okay.
That was the flashback that I made everyone do.
Okay.
You will lose!
Sorry, I roll 1 or 2.
2, please.
And lowest?
Yes.
3.
Wonderful! Good news, everyone! The device Chestnut says will let you breathe underwater does actually let you breathe underwater.
Yeah.
There we are. Have we all donned our hacked devices? Really quick, Chestnut, give me like a 5-second breakdown. How did you hack this together again?
Yes. So I noticed that fish can breathe underwater, and after careful observation, I deduced that they can breathe underwater because their bones are porous. So I removed the bones from a fish and I stringed them into a necklace to string around your neck so that the bones from the fish can absorb the water that you would have otherwise breathed in. It does not last very long because we are much larger than fish and breathe more. The emerald is there for decoration.
Yes. It's all about the bones. Fish bones help them breathe. Emeralds are for free. There we are. Everyone who has the devices, good news, you can breathe. You open the hatch. Does everybody go through, or just a couple of you go through?
Oh, I'm for sure going through.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna stay back.
In the moat.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Just wants to get tickled some more.
Oh, Shelby.
But I'm also going to be destroying some core components that would not normally allow us to traverse this here pipeline before I enter.
You're what do you want to do again?
I want to destroy some components that would normally not let us. There's like some fan blades that spin real fast, and there's some.
Oh, okay.
And I need to destroy the ventilation system just outside of this here entrance before we are allowed to traverse.
I see. Okay. How did I not notice? There is a razor sharp, diamond crusted spinning fan right when you open that hatch. I almost sent you all through there to be shredded.
Oh snap, guys. There's that thing. We can't get past it.
Well said indeed, Amber.
While Shelby works on destroying it, I'd like to steal a few of the diamonds from the fan.
Sure, let's see how it goes. Shelby, you are Carnage incarnate. For this and previous actions, you're a little bit more bear than you were before. You're moving a point from criminal to bear. You now, I believe, have 4 bear, which is what you're rolling right now as you use your bear-like strength to dismantle the components of this fan. 2d6 for that, please.
That would be a 1.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Baron, you don't even got to roll because this thing is torn to shreds. You've all known Shelby for a long time, and you've all been bears for a long time, but you've never seen anything just... go ahead and tell us how you do that, Shelby.
Yeah, well, those fan components are linked to, as Mama put it, it's linked to a huge inner working system, all controlled by a single mainframe. And I just put a paw print through it.
Yeah, in all of your years, you've never seen a paw print move through something like this. Crushes through. Machine breaks down, fan whirring, diamonds fly off. They hit you all, but hit points aren't a thing in this game. And Baron, you can collect as many diamonds as you like.
And I'm gonna take the opportunity to put on my mall cop uniform.
Wonderful. Yes. Yeah.
Because I feel like we're getting close to their break room.
Sure. With the fan dismantled, we have moved with vigor through the system deep beneath the mall to the break room of the mall cops. Amber, you are donning your mall cop uniform, which did you get from your father? Was it the general of the mall cops?
Right. I took it from my dad. He just leaves them laying around. And as we know, they all look exactly the same.
Yeah, so, flashing back to Amber's family home, we see that all of the furniture is covered with crisp, clean mall cop uniforms. Some of them worn once, some of them worn 0 times.
Dad, I tripped over another uniform.
Well, maybe put it on and come work with your old pops.
I don't want to live in your uniform society, Dad.
Yeah, well, one day I'm going to cover this whole house in uniforms. So if you got to leave out the door, you have to pass through one anyway.
Too late. The house already is covered in uniforms.
Yeah, I like how they smell. And back to the present. You're putting that on. And you're very connected to this. You've seen someone wear this uniform many, many times. And you're also a bear changing underwater. So 1d6, please.
3.
Hey, good for you. You're more of a criminal now, Amber. Move a point from bear to criminal.
As Amber is changing, I'm going to ask, hey, Amber, how's it feel to, conform like your papa?
I'm only conforming to take them down from the inside. As I've learned, there's one thing that can bring down a mall cop army, and that's drama. Drama.
All right, as long as you got the spirit, I'm on board.
Amber, you have changed from your previous outfit into this mall cop uniform, completely drenched in water. But the uniform of the mall cop of this particular mall is very, very complicated to access. All the buttons are in disparate parts. You have to know exactly which one goes to what spot. It's amazing to see this bear moving around in the water, completely soaking wet, going through the ventilation system. And there it is. You all see the grate that you can see the little break room. The water stops right at the grate. None of it goes through. Swirling purple water stops right there. You can get a visual on what's going on in there. Yeah, what do you see, Baron? What's going on in there?
So many people, which means that the plan that everyone was totally on board with, of course, for some drama is going to go. It's just going to go on without a hitch. I will be proposing. Breaking through the gate, proposing to the first mall cop that I see, distracting everyone, stealing the mall cop badge from the person I've proposed to. Taking them down from the inside, from the heart. I'm just so excited there are so many of them inside.
There are so many of them inside.
Yeah. And while the Baron does that, I'm going to be going to a bunch of random mall cops and saying, but I thought that she loved you. But Kevin told me that he liked you.
Are you changing your accent every time?
So that it sounds like disparate whispers. And just really getting people confused. Some people are happy that the proposal's going on. Some people feel heartbroken. It's just a mess.
And the ultimate drama, of course, is a near-death experience. And so Shelby and I have conspired for her to bring someone to near-death and for them to me to then, for me to then hack into their internal organs and revive them suddenly.
Oh, wow.
Ultimate
What a
hacker.
plan. What a dynamic team. Oh, yeah, Shelby.
I was going to say, all right, Mama, I'm going to try my best
You'll do amazing, Shelby.
not to kill them.
Just this close. Get this close to killing them.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Bam! The grate gets kicked down. We don't have time for grates. Baron's the first to enter the room. This room full of... It's weird. It's almost like there's thousands of them. The more you look at the mall cops, the more there seem to be there, Baron.
Oh, my love! My other love! My truest love! Sean Bean!
Maybe me. Oh, it's me!
Yes, it is you! You!
10 to 20 mall cops come your way, Baron.
Oh!
And I start going to the other mall cops and being like, I thought he was looking at you.
Oh, me too.
Well, wasn't he definitely looking at you?
It's me. I thought that as well, yes. Baron, you're good. Amber, you are the face of this party. You are a party infiltrator. Roll 2d6 and tell me what you get for criminal.
2.
Yeah, everybody believes you. These small cops are like, yeah, no, I genuinely thought we had a connection as well. Didn't I see her at the party with the...
Yes, no, you guys are making the most delicious eye contact.
One of them, it's still working. One of them who has approached you, Amber, has true sight. They see what is happening. They see that obviously the Baron just came in from this weird grate. They almost see through his disguise. They're looking at you and they're like, this is clearly a thing. And then they take another sip of coffee and they continue about their day. Chestnut Shelby. I think Shelby up first for this part of the plan.
Yeah, there's a mall cop who is wandering back and forth underneath a a very heavy CRT television.
You recognize them, Shelby. This is someone who you ran into at a lot of the parties in your past life. What was their name?
Daniel.
Daniel. That's right, Daniel. Everybody thought you and Daniel were going to be the best of friends forever and ever, that you're going to buy mansions together and throw these giant parties. There Daniel is walking back and forth.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to Daniel. I'm going to look at him straight in the eyes. I'm going to say, Daniel, do you remember Shelby? Do you remember what you said on the night of the November 21st? And every single time I say something, I'm going to sort of push him forward closer and closer to the wall.
Whoa.
Daniel.
What?
Daniel.
What?
It's me, Shelby. I've turned into a bear, and I'm much more happier than you ever would have made me. And then I'm going to take the CRT television and crush it on top
of it. Oh, someone is becoming very bare. Roll 2 dice for me, please.
And I'm gonna say to somebody else, "Oh my gosh, wasn't that your TV?"
Well, what did you do? It's like $50. $50 for that TV.
I sense a medical emergency.
Yeah, we're crushed by a TV. Shards of glass everywhere. TVs in this world look a lot like TVs in ours. Instead of electricity, they use magic. All the wiring's exactly the same. Chestnut, you're up.
All right. Well, I see what Shelby hath wrought, and I go over with some tools. I have a pair of scissors, a screwdriver, and a clamp. And I come over and I say, everyone stand back. I'm a professional. And I sit down and I examine the situation. What's the damage?
Shelby is the first person on site.
He happens to have a case of giant CRT television through the skull.
I see, a very rare case. All right, I take out my clamp and I plug up his nose, and I take my scissors and I start to use them as tweezers to pull out shards of glass from his skin. And then I take my screwdriver and I put it in my pocket. I don't need it.
The mall cop who took a look at everything, sipped their coffee, and kept going, has now approached you two as you are hacking the injuries right off of this individual. Glass being pulled out, clamp being clamped, and they go, hold on, listen, it's my last day working at the mall. And that's right. It's the first day the mall's been open. I'm 1 day away from retiring from it was a bet. I had a bet to get this. It's a good job, but honestly, this isn't about me. He takes a second and composes himself. I'm pretty sure you're the one who pulled the TV down. Right?
The chaos of the scene. It is messing with your mind. Blood makes many people woozy. I think you're getting woozy, are you not? Shelby, bite him.
What?
With pleasure.
Listen, I'm 1 day of retirement. Oh, geez! I was 1 day away! No! My retirement! My 1 day retirement! Roll for bear, Shelby.
Meanwhile, I'm telling 4 different mall cops that the Baron's gonna ask him to be their best man.
They
make them all fight with each other.
Several of them have large prehensile tails. They're all very friendly cat position. They're so excited by this news, Amber. What'd you get, Shelby?
2.
2! You heard him! His arm is bleeding and he goes...
I went for bone this time.
I can feel... you know what? I only got an hour left before my last day and first day on this job. I'm just going to keep drinking my coffee. You all do whatever you're doing. I'll do whatever I'm doing. All right?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, bye.
I take a bunch of gauze or paper towels or whatever is nearby, and
nearby. Or you're doing what with them?
I'm plugging up the wounds.
Perfect.
Like I'm rolling them into little bits, and I'm sticking them inside of the skin to absorb the wounds.
This is the break room. So there is an unopened pack of paper towels. What was the brand on that pack, Chestnut?
Charmin.
Yeah, it's Charmin, spelt with an S, an unpronounceable letter, and 5 H's. Charmin, with an image of Queen Titania with she's ripped on there. She looks amazing. You open it up. There's tons of paper towels. You are hacking them into his poor body. Roll 2d6 real quick just to make sure we can finish up in this poor soul.
Lowest?
Yep.
He don't deserve your help, Mama.
This was the plan.
He's
moment is us saving his life.
He has been stabilized as Amber and the Baron stir up the crowd, working in tandem. The medical emergency has now drawn the rest of the 500 holocops.
He will be all right, everyone. I understand your concern. This has been could have been a great tragedy, but we are here to celebrate the life of a beautiful individual.
One of them goes, so this is like a funeral? We're having a funeral or like a celebration?
But like a reverse funeral. Like we thought they were dead and they're not. Hooray!
Oh, okay. Awesome. It's great. They're very distracted.
While this is happening, I'm of course on one knee, and I take one of my diamonds. And I hand it to Sean Bean, and as he takes it, I use my sleight of paw to just carefully pull him into an embrace and pull off the mall cop badge and pull it to myself.
Wow. Jeez. Roll 2d6. Take one away from everything you get. This is a beautiful romantic thieving gesture if I've ever seen one. They're all moved to tears regardless of what you get. What are the numbers? 4. You get that he's pulled in. He's never had such a loving, kind embrace. You, Baron, you experience true feelings. You throw them all over the place, but they're real. And people can feel that when you connect with them. He's pulled into your warm, bare embrace. He feels the connection to be real. He does start feeling you tugging the badge, and he just whispers to you, you can have it if you need it. And he lets go. You could see him wiping some tears from his eyes.
I'll be back for you, my love.
I would wait an eternity.
You won't have to wait that long. And even if you did,
yes,
there would be honey for the entire time. But don't tell anyone.
He looks in the mirror, making eye contact with himself. And turns back to you. I know what you are.
And you love it, don't you? Would you ever ask me to be anything that I'm not?
I would never ask anything of you.
I take a feather that I've stolen and just tickle him just a little bit before I walk away.
He has a weird laugh. And he's extremely ticklish. And he goes and sits down on the chair and says, I'll be right in this spot. Good luck with that.
Before I follow the Baron, I go up to like 10 different mall cops and be like, I wonder if you'll ever find love like that.
Roll 2d6, face of the party. This is a criminal act to toy with their hearts.
4.
Yeah, it is. A couple of them are like, you're right. And the rest just kind of look at you blankly and go like, I'm married. One of them you notice has the exact same sigil that the Baron is wearing.
Uh-oh.
You have the what did you take again, Baron? The badge?
I took the badge, but I've also in the past taken sigils for my own, for my family of 1, plus many others potentially who I have on the hook.
Yeah, and you notice with Amber as you're departing, the mall cop who would wait for you for an eternity. You notice that one of them does bear the sigil of the family that you took when you declared yourself a baron from the peaks of a mountain. They look over and make eye contact with you. You have the badge. You have what you came here for. There is the vent leading back out, and there's a door that leads out to the mall.
We must move swiftly. I've been noticed. I've been noticed by everyone in this room.
Half of them start applauding you. The other half of the room is applauding for Chestnut for saving a life today.
I'm starting to get a little jealous.
And then
I say, and I couldn't have done it without my lovely assistant, Shelby.
as I'm walking out the door, I go, someone clogged the toilet. And then head out the door to the mall.
On the way out, I in the space where they hold their lunches, I take 3 so that they start infighting over who ate whose lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Amber, you walk away saying that someone clogged the toilet, and as you walk away, there's a small amount of toilet paper attached to your foot. Chestnut, I'm so sorry. Can you say again, Chestnut?
Yeah. I steal a couple lunches while no one's looking, that and I say nothing, and they will later fight about who ate whose lunch.
Sure. How do you take the lunch? So I'll ask this: do you hack the lunches away, or do you grab them?
Changing the plan. I hack the place where they put the lunches so that it breaks and the lunches no longer stay preserved, and all of the lunches spoil. Yes. That is what I do, and that is what I always intended to do because that is part of the plan as we planned it out originally.
Wonderful. Yes, you walked up to an amazing device. Gold and silver swirls, 2 handles, one for the upper and one for the lower part. It has something of a tail connecting it to the wall. It just goes in there. When you move one of the handles, a cool breeze comes out of this magical device. And when you shut it, the breeze stops, presumably keeping the breeze inside. Go ahead and roll a dice to see how this went again.
Sure.
2,
my
please,
strategy is, of course, the screwdriver that I have kept in my pocket. I jam it into the back, and that's how I hack it. 6.
Did you roll 2?
Oh no, I rolled. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, give me one more.
3.
Good for you. You jam it into the back of this cool magical box.
That is where the cool is coming from, and so I hit the cool.
That's exactly right. You get huge damage rolls, which don't exist, and it goes right into the weak spot in the back of the box. Very, very small screwdriver-shaped hole in there. When you jab it in there, a breath exits the box. The cool air dissipates from within. You hear it go, ouch. and the lights from inside go dark. The cool that emanates from it ceases. The fridge has been assassinated.
I'm gonna look at Chestnut and go, Mama, now that's evil. I would never kill a fridge.
You will one day.
Hmm.
You will.
With that heartwarming gesture connection between these two, you leave out through the door towards the mall. And your distractions are working. You did what, 5 different things to distract the mall cops in this room? There's injured ones, there's ones helping others, there's disgruntled ones, there's ones waiting to be proposed to by the Baron, there's ones who thought they were but weren't, there's one who's so completely enamored that they sat down in a chair to wait for them for all of eternity. The fridge is dead, and with the death of the fridge, the door, the previously locked door to exit into the mall opens. You've defeated the final boss of the break room.
Well, of course, as is typical, the fridge was connected to the lock of the door. You kill one, the other dies as well.
Symbiotic relationship.
All bears nod knowingly.
I lean over to the Baron and I'm like, hey, my honey senses are a tingling.
We must be close then.
What do your honey senses tingling? What is that like? What sort of sensory? Yeah.
It feels like my ear is going numb.
Yeah.
Does that feel good?
I mean, it's really sort of neutral.
Okay.
The less you can feel your ear, the closer you are to the honey. The little bit of honey you all have doesn't affect this very, very much. But you know that if you had the honey that you came for, you pick it up, bam, it's like you don't have ears at all. Please, you sense the honey.
Yeah. So I know that we need to find the recital room.
The recital room.
That's where they keep that sweet melodic honey in that golden honey pot.
I look around for signs indicating where the recital might be taking place and when.
This is a perfectly normal activity to do in the mall. So you see a lovely kind of like large triangular, like a mall sign, you know, it has the multi-levels. Turns out this particular mall has about 700 levels. They're being taken away and being added as they find out the popularity of different stores. It has a display map. It has an accurate magical "you are here" for the viewer, of course. When you all look at it, it says "you are here, bear," but it's just a sign.
I would like it to say "you are here, not bear." No one will suspect that we are in fact bears.
You go up to the sign thinking it may be a difficult task. Tell me how you hack it real quick.
Oh, I left my screwdriver in the fridge. So what I do is I take, I have lots of magical objects, and when you touch one magical object with another magical object, sometimes they can talk to each other, as we all know. And so I take actually that scroll that I ripped up before, the one that you can write on and communicate, and I write onto it, "You are here, not bear," and then I press it up against the screen on the dot that says "you are here."
Sure.
And wait for it to transfer. It might take a little while for the information to upload.
Yeah, you all wait there for 7 hours or so, and then you push it up against the screen. The sign at the top, just above the map. Above the map, the sign simply reads, "I'm just a sign. I care not for the presence of bears." But okay. And it says, you are here. And it says in parentheses, not bears.
Perfect.
Problem solved.
Well done, Chestnut. Well done.
Set.
A few individuals passing by, the same person who had this the sigil that you bear, Baron, looks over and sees you communicating with the sign, just goes, and then they turn and look directly at you, Baron.
Suppose we both knew this day would come. I certainly planned for it. Roger.
Oh, I didn't expect to run into you at the mole vault places.
You wouldn't. You're not very good at foreseeing very many things, are you?
Oh, just like you to make fun of me being the worst prophet in my family. Just because everything I see is definitely not going to happen doesn't mean I could, for instance, tell you what you're not going to do tomorrow. Thief!
You think I take offense at that?
Oh, don't use your wiles on me. We've already been married twice.
And I will never forget those days. I promise I may have stolen the sigil of your family. I may be using it as if it is mine, as if I was born into your family, but that doesn't mean that I don't still love you.
This
May
is
I take you to Auntie Anne's?
This is someone who has a deep history with the Baron. They are speaking right next to all of you. Would anyone like to do anything to try to assist Baron with this heartfelt moment?
I'm gonna go up to I'm gonna go up to them and say, so you know the secrets of Baron. Do you know how to shut him up?
The age-old question: how to shut up Baron? Well, frankly, you have to talk to my grandmother, a very powerful obtainer of the foresight to be able to ascertain that. I don't think anybody except for her could ever.
She leaves me speechless, frankly.
And I'm gonna put my bear paw on them, and I'm gonna look at Baron and just kind of like wink. Like it's okay if we need to like handle this person.
We do have a series of signs and signals that we have established beforehand.
Wish.
Yes.
So if I wink at you, that basically means I'm willing to commit murder for you.
I will certainly remember that. Yes,
Okay.
yes, I will. I will do my best to remember that.
And if I wink my nose, like, that also means that I'm willing to commit murder for you.
If I stick my tongue out, that means no violence, no mauling.
Okay.
If I lick the tip of my nose with my tongue, that means go for it.
All right. And if you don't do anything with the tongue, I'll assume absence is also a yes.
That seems very reasonable.
And if I ever go, caca, caca, that means I clogged the toilet and we have to get out of here.
Wish. We're back. Your paw is on the shoulder.
Wink. Well.
What's happening?
Would you rather Cinnabon or Auntie Anne's?
Roll 2d6, Baron.
3.
Oh, Baron. You always knew how to charm me right back into your wiles, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Well, you always know how to charm me right back into your family.
Grandmama told me not to go to the mall today. Now I know
Should've
why.
listened.
She told me I would take a great fall. And now I know what that fall is. It's to fall back deep into the warm embrace of your eyes.
It's too bad she proposed just a few minutes ago.
It
I
would
don't
be
think
too,
he cares.
it would be too bad. Except for how powerful of a connection we have.
Yes. I pull out a diamond.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And I lead Roger to the steaming cinnamon buns only 10 feet away. And I pull a cinnamon bun right out of the display case without paying for it and put the diamond inside it.
Oh, the old eat the cinnamon bun till you find the diamond. Just
Our
like the
favorite
old
game.
days. Oh, I'll remember that's how you propose for the second time. So it goes. Puts the cinnamon bun on the table. Starts trying to get to the diamond by eating it.
Friends, we have at least 30 minutes until he finds the diamond.
Well, I'm not good at it, but I'll persist.
That's perfect timing because that sign over there indicates that not only are there no bears here in this mall, but also that the recital is on the 6th floor and will start in 15 minutes.
Well,
It's perfect.
Wow, mall alarm, alert, alert. The recital will begin in 15 minutes. Alert, be on the lookout for the recital in 15 minutes.
They are really serious about their recitals here.
Let us go.
Let's go.
Proceed!
Let's get cracking.
Ah!
You all, as you say your famous leaving catchphrases, you all start moving towards the escalators, and as you do so, a strange smell arrives. You think back to the signals that you developed beforehand and realize that Amber has clogged the second toilet. A small pool of water begins to form on the first floor.
I'm trying to shake toilet paper off my foot.
Yeah, now there's toilet paper on both of your feet. Like a big soggy sandal. Amber goes along. You arrive at the oh gosh, these escalators. It's incredible. Yeah.
They're very difficult for me. I'm used to swimming, so I'd like to just quickly nip a horse from a stable that's in the mall.
Just for the escalator?
Of course.
Okay.
I am disguised as an equestrian after all.
Yeah, so Baron, you go, there's a horse kiosk.
Kiosk, that's the word.
Fast. There's a horse kiosk near to the escalators. You can see it from where you were. There is, of course, a small. There's 2 horses and 2 individual stables, and behind the counter, there is a horse who is wearing glasses, working the register.
Kelvin, good afternoon.
Baron!
Say, how do you feel about a little workout? Would you like to take me up these escalators?
Oh, well,
Or should I take one of your friends?
Yeah, usually I rent out. We all rotate who's on register, but today, well, for an old friend, I'll take you right up the escalator.
Jolly good, jolly good.
The escalator is like disjointed stairs. There's like half a stair and then half a stair. Perfect for horses to plot up. You get up the escalator. You're riding your old friend Kelvin. The rest of you fumble your way up.
I'm gonna take the elevator.
But what are you riding up the elevator? Tell me.
I think I'll just go Ella mode. Get me a little bit of ice cream and ride that up there.
Yeah, please.
I would like to say that I climb. I don't need anything. I climb up to the 6th floor.
So we'll go one at a time. Shelby, you go to the elevator. You go inside. So you said a la mode with ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got some ice cream. That's fine. It's the first day. There's a sale on ice cream. They're practically throwing ice cream out.
Mm-hmm.
In the elevator, you see a figure who you've actually met at a couple of parties too, but quite different than the previous person. This is Queen Titania, Queen of the Fairies, riding the elevator. She is exactly as tall as the ceiling of the elevator. She has a beautiful emerald diamond crown that seems to grow right out of the top of her head. She has folded translucent wings, 20 wings on each side, all overlapping as they're folded. She is wearing just a nice 3-piece suit, standing in the elevator. Is there something else that you noticed or either remembered about her, Shalmi?
It's her eyes are like pools of roses and water, and when you look at it, you just immediately dive in.
Yeah. Those deep blues. The more you look at them, you literally see waves moving around in her eyes. Her and the rest of the folks in the elevator give you a weird look because they're, of course, all riding donkeys up the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
The tradition of elevators, deep in the non-canon Fae. She looks at you and she nods. You feel a weight lifted off of you that you felt in her presence. She says, "Oh, so we're all going up to the rehearsal. I'm glad the announcement was effective."
What are you gonna play, princess?
I'm going. Queen, please. I'm going to play a piece I originally wrote 100 or so years ago that I think is finally ready. I play only with my wings and hard stares at the keys. You ride up the elevator.
And I'm gonna, as soon as the elevator doors open up, I'm gonna put my bare paw on her shoulder and say, "Well, wait till you see what I play, princess." And I'm gonna push her a little bit as I walk out.
Roll 1d6 as you attempt to shove the Queen of the Fairies. 1! You put your bare paw on her shoulder. Her wings begin to emerge from her back. They remain translucent, and the outline begins sending out these bright rays of green and red. They reflect off the surface of the elevator. She begins to raise just one finger to point it at you. And then the elevator jostles a little bit. And she goes, "Oh, geez." And she goes into the wall. She looks around, is standing up straight. And by the time that she is back and poised, you are gone. She would have killed you. Chestnut. You were climbing? You're excellent. Roll 2d6.
3.
3. There's a rock climbing wall. That's the third way to get up all of the 700 flights. So easy for a black bear to climb up a rock climbing wall.
I'm an expert.
You are an absolute expert.
And I also know how to hack a rock climbing wall because I have special eyes that when I look, I can find the most optimal route. Rough timing.
Yeah, roll 2d6. You are hacking your way up a wall that you're proficient in climbing. Subtract 1 from the numbers and tell me what you get.
3.
3! Woof! You climb up. You climb up that wall. You see old buddy from Hack Camp also climbing up the wall, wearing a little green visor.
Well met, Theodore.
Well
Teddy.
met, Chestnut. Oh, yep, Teddy's good.
I kick him. I didn't like Teddy. Teddy and I have bad blood. Teddy almost surpassed me as number 1 in hacking camp, so I kick him down the rock wall.
Roll 1d6.
Yep.
Teddy is a turtle. Teddy is a green turtle wearing a green visor to protect his poor eyes from the sun. And you got a 3. He's been climbing since the break of dawn when the mall opened, when the flames first erupted on the outside of his obsidian exterior. And you kick him in the face and he falls on his back to the first floor.
Oh, Teddy.
Couldn't hack that, could you, Teddy?
He shakes a turtle fist at you. You all arrive! As soon as you all step foot on the 6th floor, the grand recital, you see the baby grand piano. This is for students. And a wonderful display, lots of wonderful floating chairs so you can get your level, whoever's in front of you, no matter their height, we can move it around. Several chairs present themselves to you as you step foot on the floor. Some of the chairs are like, well, if you pick me, you know, I know I'm hard oak wood, but, you know, I'm really good for the back.
I put a diamond on a few of the chairs.
They swoon. They start infighting. No, obviously they want to marry me.
Unlike mall cops, chairs are very prone to drama. You don't have to do much.
Yeah, speaking of, you in mall cop uniform arrive, seemingly escorting everyone. Right, we're all there. As soon as you step foot on the floor, you hear a sharp alarm. Woo, 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 woo. Warning! Warning! Our audience seems to be growing. Alert! Alert! I sense the presence of additional audience members for the rehearsal. Warning! Warning! You are about to enjoy the show.
That was lovely.
New
So-
feature.
We all know what to do, right? We each have a role in this, the final leg. We have planned it meticulously.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
So, so I guess I'll be playing the piano.
You will.
We're in a flashback. Larry's trying to finish his clam chowder. Yeah. What's our quick plan?
Well, I will be obviously dressed as a mall cop with no toilet paper on my feet, and I'm going to be standing guard by the baby grand piano.
And I am going to be hacking everyone's ears by playing a song because Shelby is not quite proficient at piano, but is great at looking like they are proficient at piano.
Excuse me, I'm
And-
great at it.
You are wonderful, and I will be playing a supplemental recording from behind the piano that sounds just like beautiful piano playing to hack everyone's ears into thinking that it is a beautiful piano piece, and it will be regardless, but just the double security of good music.
And I, of course, will use the badge to access the baby grand piano. And after it opens, I will tickle it so that the honey bubbles up in joy and is easy to capture in our paws. In fact, it might just float up and right back to our headquarters, our hideout.
We're missing one little thing, which is how do we get on the roster?
Brute force, I think.
Shelby, I know. You will find Queen Titania in the elevator, and when you're in the elevator, you will push her, and when you push her, you will put in her pocket a list of names of people who are going to be playing piano, and first on that list of names will be Shelby.
Yes.
I can do that. I don't really like her anyway.
Oh yeah, call her princess too. She freaking hates it.
That's a good one, Amber. I like it.
Back to the present moment. We realize now that going into the elevator, donkeyless and rude to the queen of the land was all part of the plan. As we see a close-up of a bear paw slipping a list of additional names into Queen Titania's pocket, a participant and also organizer of the rehearsal. In fact, what was replaced, if we go closer to what was in there, you took the list and put it in. The list just said Queen Titania. That's all it was. It was her. She's the queen. She opened this mall to do this. The mall's probably going to close tomorrow. Now the list has your names. You're all there. The chairs are fighting over who gets to marry the Baron. Amber, you're striding forward in your uniform, of course. Who do you see? But the general of the mall cops and his assistant, the one and only Mall Carp. They're guarding the piano, the honey that lies deep inside that Queen Titania placed there so that she would sound beautiful as she played. Shelby, you're going to go play. Chestnut, you're hacking ears. Amber, you're going to guard. And Baron, what's your
I'll
synopsis?
be tickling the honey.
And tickling the honey. Wonderful. Queen Titania is at the piano. In this room, she has grown to match the height of the ceiling. She is 50 feet into the sky. She is playing with just the tips of her wings touching the keys. And if she stares at one hard enough, it also gets pushed down. And is playing... It sounds like it would be like okay, like it's like she's playing like do 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 do, but the sweetness of the honey makes it sound so beautiful and melodic and harmonic that the crowd is moved and also they're afraid of her. So, Amber, you approach to try to take the shift from your father.
Oh boy! All right, I have to think on my feet here. So I am going to lead this crowd into the most frenzied mosh pit anyone has ever seen. My dad cannot see through a mosh pit.
You stroll forward confidently. Strips of toilet paper dangling 20 feet past you. You have a train that rivals any individual you've seen in the mall. And how do you start this rave?
I break out of my little satchel a bunch of glow sticks and just throw them into the audience and start jumping for my life.
You have been to so many raves before. You've seen a rave start from the smallest hint of glitter being tossed into a summer breeze. And that's what you're trying to do now. Roll 2d6, please, for this criminal rave activity.
So do I do lowest or highest?
Lowest, please.
2.
Wow. What? Just real quick, what are these glow sticks like? How many are there? Are they huge? What are they doing? It's a magical glow stick.
They kind of float and fly and morph. They're less of a stick and more of those like squishy blobs. And it's just all colors of the rainbow and super shiny.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. The amount of magic and sheer number of these glow sticks is surpassing the hold that Queen Titania has on the crowd. People begin to look around. You see some of the individuals on the rainbow turtles. They look down at the shells that they're riding, and the lights and the glimmer. They leap up and grab the glow sticks. These people, they throw them behind them. Everybody's grabbing a glow stick. Amber, you show them how to start dancing with them, and everybody begins to follow suit. The chairs are all very upset that everyone is leaping off of them. Some of the people standing on them. A rave begins to break out. Your father immediately runs through. No, stop. The mall carp flaps around. It's jumping, leaping back and forth, trying to stop the beautiful colors from shining, but it's just a fish.
That carp is such a narc.
The carp says, that's literally what I am. Who's next? A rave has ensued. Distraction. The piano is no longer guarded. Queen Titania plays it. The honey lies inside.
Well, so a key part of our plan is that the Baron will attempt to steal the honey, and Shelby's performance is going to be so beautiful as to convince people that the honey is still inside.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Baron, as everyone is distracted.
Yes, I make my way through the mosh pit to the baby grand.
You're shoved around, but you're also a bear, so you get through.
Turns out I don't even need the badge, and I feel bad for just a moment about what I've done to Sean Beam. Just a moment.
We cut back to Sean Beam. He sits contemplatively on the chair, nodding knowingly, knowing that if he waits long enough, his love will return. He can't go to the bathroom because it's clogged.
I try not to think about that part. With all the distraction around me, I make my way up to the baby grand and I slip inside.
Yeah.
And I pull out a feather and I start tickling the inside of the piano with multiple feathers. And the honey, it starts bubbling up around me. Bubbling up.
Yeah, roll 2d6.
2.
Oh, the honey boils up. Bloop, bloop. Hello, Baron.
Good evening. Honey. Golden honey.
Yes.
As I tickle you, I'm
listening.
Now that we are under each other's spells, there is a hideout. You know the one. And in that hideout, you will find a new home, a new piano for you. But you must float through the sky undetected, infinitely, to fill that piano pot. Can you do that for me?
Baron,
Honey?
I'll wait for you. The honey winks with its gelatinous self, begins spiraling, and slowly starts seeping up through the ceiling, passing through, disrupting the smoke that is the sign of the Mall of the Americas. Begins to move towards your hideout. It does take a moment. It's an infinite amount of honey.
I just keep tickling.
It starts moving. It loves being tickled. You're so suave. It starts moving. Alas, the crowd and Queen Titania are still there. Queen Titania begins to notice that she's kind of losing the crowd. There's a rave happening, and her music isn't sounding as good. She cracks her knuckles and starts playing even harder.
Just before she presses down on the keys, I'm going to take her shoulder and I'm going to say, "My turn."
She looks furious. You
check your notes, princess.
Check my notes. Check my notes. Oh, sure. I'll reach into my pocket and I'll check the notes. And I'll see my own name. And you know what I'm going to see in front of my name? Tell me, everybody! What am I? Am I, she reaches into her pocket, a princess, or am I the queen of... Next up is Shelby.
You rang.
I apologize. I must have booked you at one of my wild parties. I forgot. And for that, I apologize. I was about to smite you in front of everyone. That's twice today I've almost smitten you. And that's on me.
You know, princess, sometimes we all let the ego get the best of us. Now, scoot your behind. It's time for me to play piano.
She shrinks down very small and goes and flies behind one of the chairs and just kind of waits.
Yeah.
You start to play piano. How many points of bear do you have right now, Shelby?
I have, let's see here. I have 4 points of bear and 2
4
points of...
Yeah, great. Awesome. Good to know. Here, you start to play piano. How do you play piano?
You know, when I was a human, I used to be pretty good. You know, my parents made me go to all of the piano recitals, and I used to play, you know, lots of classical numbers. But now I have giant bear claws.
You do. And you have a rage that's been building inside of you. It started with eating all of those fish. They didn't tickle you. You're jealous. You're mad.
That no one proposed to me?
No one proposed to you. Everybody, the Baron's going to marry the whole mall.
I know. And so now, you know what? I've got to put on a game face and I got to perform. Now it's my time to shine.
And I position myself in the back as well with a music amplifying device with a song queued up to play to accompany Shelby.
Wonderful. Shelby and Chestnut, 2d6, please. Amber, your father has found you in the crowd. Of course. The last 5 instantaneous raves I've attended, who started them? Glad you finally put on the uniform.
I'm stuck.
Look at my lieutenant! My lieutenant is flopping around helplessly on the ground.
This is your own fault, Dad.
Roll 2d6.
6.
That's bad. What did Shelby and Chestnut, what did you each get? Lowest? For lowest?
Oh, how many was I supposed to roll? Oh, 2. 3.
Okay. Shelby's anger powers her playing. She can remember some of the music. She pounds on the keys. Some honey remains. Chestnut has successfully infiltrated the system. Good sounds are being projected.
Might I play you the sounds that are currently playing?
Please.
Beautiful.
The anger of Shelby is apparent in her music.
It's also very apparent inside the piano, so I'm going to crawl out as quickly as I can.
Disheveled comes out. And the soothing, the anger that is presented by this tune flows towards Amber and her father, the general of the mall cops. He takes a breath. His anger is released, mixes with the incredible magical music being made, amplified by the honey. A red mist leaves his body. Yeah, you're right. It is. What did I do? I yelled at you and threw a bunch of old uniforms around the house. That, I realize now, was inappropriate and unproductive.
It really was.
Amber, may I ask you for this rave dance?
Daddy, I would love to.
Amber and her general, her father, start raving with Glow's tits solemnly to bare necessities from Jungle Book. Shelby releases her anger. Her pair points go back down. She has more control of her criminal side. And the honey finishes leaving. Queen Titania embarrassed, the general taken care of, the carp being entirely ineffectual the entire time, the music soothing the anger of the crowd. Wow, wow, wow! Alert! 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 The recital is about to finish! Hold on! Oh, I got a real alert! Alert! The honey! The infinite honey has been stolen! The infinite... Woo! 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 Red lights descend and start whirring around. The crowd thinks it's awesome. They are raving and dancing to the music. And your friend, what was your horse's name, Baron?
Kelvin.
Kelvin rides up to you all and says, "Need a lift?"
Always Kelvin. Everybody hop on! Wait, is that okay, Kelvin? Is that too many bears?
I already committed! Everybody hops on Kelvin. We ride down the escalator. We pass back through the food court at Cinnabon, where one of the Baron's many partners is continuing to devour Cinnabon. Almost got it. Just hold on.
I'll be back soon.
I'll wait forever. Passing back down through the underground break room of the mall cops and carp, Sean Beam is sitting in the chair. You notice a foul smell as the water level continues to rise around him. He folds his hands, nods at you, and says, "I'll wait."
I ask Kelvin to stop for just 1 second.
Okay.
I swim through the water to Sean and say, "I've been called to an adventure that I can't say no to. Please, forget me." And then I disappear back to Kelvin.
"If what you desire is for me to forget you," he says as you're riding a horse away, "then so I shall." And he gets up and goes to the third floor bathroom. You ride out. The moat is still there. Kelvin leaps over the moat. Some fish are back and wave their feathers at you as you leap across it. And You crash through the golden glass of the sliding glass doors of the Mall of the Americas, the last of the golden honey moving towards your hideout. Amber's father continues to rave. You can see him through the windows. He's finally feeling loose. Through that same window, we've noticed that the mall carp has finally found someone to dance with. It is Chestnut. Who was your old friend?
Teddy.
Teddy, the turtle, who has been shoved down at least one story today, is dancing with the mall carp. Shelby, you feel lighter than you felt in years. Your anger released through the magic of music, hacking, and honey. You arrive back at your hideout, an infinite supply of honey.
Well,
We've done it.
I would say that was a success.
Except
Except, of course, Baron broke a bunch of new hearts.
It was all part of the plan.
Yeah, that was savage.
I think that went just as expected.
Also, I think I really healed my relationship with my father.
No, I'm just thinking about how maybe I'll never find true love.
Oh.
We have honey, so that's okay.
Well, there's a lot of mall cops on the lookout now.
It makes me
They're
feel
in a
better.
real
It does.
vulnerable place.
You hear a knock on the door. Larry comes in. Hey, everybody!
Larry!
Whoa! What's up? You all have a glow about you. You know that?
You flirt.
Well, I know you may have noticed the new outfit. They was just laying around. Guess who's got a job at the mall? It's this guy.
Aw, Larry. You're gonna make the best mall cop.
Oh no, carp is the position I took. We follow Larry back to the mall, where he goes to Queen Titania's side, lays on the floor, and starts flopping about. And that's where we'll end our adventure for today.
Oh, beautiful. What a ride.
Wow.
You're incredible bears, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
God.
fun.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many times I slipped into Hazel voice. Thank you for calling me out on that, Sports Hub.
Everyone loves Hazel, though, so
That's
Hazel
true.
should be in every show.
It's just, I think my mouth is just like, oh, it's 9:00 on Saturday. Time to be Hazel.
Mhm. So good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody, for playing. That was incredible. Best bears ever. And thank you so much, everybody, for watching. This is such a fun, silly thing that we do, that we've done for over a year, with this one beautiful long-term narrative adventure with these epic heroes. And I am so happy to move so far away from that. So far away from that for just a moment. Have these not heroic, heartbreaker hacking bears. What a silly thing we did. Please continue to tune in. We're here every Saturday at 8 for Knights of Prospect. We'll be continuing that incredible adventure that has things like real stakes, established canon, all the stuff that you love to watch. Maybe a few less bears, but who knows if they'll get in there. Thank you so much again, everybody. Please subscribe to 2MB Studios if you haven't already. It's a super cool channel. It has all kinds of comedy throughout the week. Game shows, pro wrestling shows, this show, but when it's super different. come hang out and do any of that. Any last plugs or anything before we head out, everybody?
And tune into 2MB Studios tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for the season finale of Once Upon a Doodle.
Yes. Please tune in. Once Upon a Doodle is an incredible show where improv meets real-time doodling drawn on the spot with improvisers. Please come look at that. It's amazing. Really cool. Any last things? Okay. Come check us out on here, on all those wonderful shows throughout the week. And I hope everybody has such a wonderful night.
Sam, thank you for putting this show together.
Anytime.
Yes.